Hello, everyone, and welcome to your January 2022 energy update. I'm Christine with 24 Karat Healing. And if you follow me, subscribe, whatever you'd like to do, whatever platform you are on. We appreciate and love you so much for being here. Yeah. And you know that I don't usually show up until a little later, and here I am. So, how was your holiday, the holiday season for you? How is January treating you? You know that I go over the energy themes of the month. Spirit, sends them to me when I'm ready. And that's really how spirit works. It's not, I need to know. And when you're forcing things, you're controlling things, it doesn't happen that way. That's the ego. We got to remember that. All right. So, and it's always, God's timing, divine timing. Please let me know where you're from, how you are. I am doing this live. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, this is the January 2022 update. And the major theme, the overall theme for 2022 is inner revolution. And I'm sure you've heard this, depending on where you are in the world. I mean, I believe this is a worldwide theme. It is an inner revolution because change starts on the inside. Healing starts on the inside. Funny, I thought I had typed this in. This was the overall theme for January, but again, Spirit is showing otherwise. And I need to get out of the way. All right, because really, it's about mirrors and shadows, and in regards to this inner revolution. And I'm going to focus on the first. I think this is the biggest one right now, and will be happening all year. And I talked about February. I talked about April. We talk about October. We talk about December. Those are the major. Um, I want to say transformational points in time. And I mean, time is an illusion, but I'm going to focus on this Pluto return. And yeah, there's lots of astrologers talking about that, and energy healers and mystics and seers, and maybe even yourself. But it's all about the underworld. That's what Pluto is. And I mentioned this earlier in our group that Pluto, and the USA, and really the whole world does look at what the US is doing. That's just the way it has always been. And that's why we talk about mirrors and shadows. So you can look at the evil within or without. And the mind games and the psychological warfare. So be very aware. And I posted about social media too, and we'll get to the next theme after that. But really, we need a large group of people to evolve. It's not about me; it's about we. And how the USA moves forward is critically either going to be a dark night, a collective dark night, get very, very dark. But we all know what happens when there's darkness. It's the moon aspect, it's the light. The reveals. Light reveals, okay? It's either going to be the dark night and Atlantis crumbling. I mean, if you know anything about Atlantis, are we not learning? That's basically what it's saying. Are we not learning? We have all this technology, we have all this innate power within. However, we're not utilizing it, and we're looking outside instead of looking inside and being plugged in and connected to source, to God. So we're going to unearth shadows and all the things we keep underground, all the things we keep hidden, misuse of power, death. There's going to be death in all sorts of forms, okay? And abuse of power, trauma, involution, evolution, revolution, involution. So, what is my story? What do I tell myself? Evolution, it's about growth and changing and bonds and Working on next week's vision board workshop. If you're not registered for that, it's in the comments. But really, it's all about, many of us are politically homeless and we have to rest in the discomfort. We've been doing this I'm hearing this. We've been doing this for 2 years. That's because we haven't been doing anything for a very long time. So it's going to take time and it's going to take patience. Do you have the patience? I know you're tired. I know you're struggling. And let's not forget, if you're really struggling in the northern hemisphere where it's winter right now, please be very aware of your overall health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, in relationships. The third Monday of every January, and I don't know who came up with this, but it's the bluest day of the year, Blue Monday, where the holidays are over, the bills are coming in, I maybe spent too much, I maybe went overboard, whatever it is. And now we're seeing again this shadow aspect coming forward. So be very aware of that and take care of yourself. Is as someone who had depression and anxiety for most of their lives, be very aware, self care, self love, take care of yourself, please. Because if you're listening to this or watching this, you are part of the inner revolution, and it takes a lot. It takes a lot of courage. That's what I'm hearing to do this. It takes a lot of, and I don't want to say expend your energy, but be very mindful about what's distracting you and what you are going to focus on. Not la la, this blah, blah, blah stuff, as Greta Thunberg would say. The stuff here, the stuff here, the heart stuff, the mindfulness, the connection, the community, the co creation, the collaboration, the age of Aquarius. That is what it's all about. We're moving out of that Pisces stuff. Not saying that, that we were in that for thousands of years, I guess is what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's good or bad. And hello, Marcia. Thank you so much for being here. Sending lots of love to you in California. But let me know, what you're working on in 2022. What's your word? What's your intention? What's your feeling? Because that's what's going to go in the middle of this board, and this board is for you, and it could be online. It's really doing the inner work, the inner revolution of yourself. And we chose joy, because how can you not? When you live in a gratitude mindset and thankful state, that's what you vibrate. That's what you radiate. That is what you incarnate. This is Michael Beckwith stuff. When he talks, wow, powerful things happen. All right. So if you have any questions about Pluto return, put them in the comments, even if you're on the replay. Let me know what maybe you're struggling with for January. Because, I think we all know that we're not doing resolutions anymore, right? Or maybe you are. But we're doing it in a different way. Not a ego-based, we're going to crush it. And I've said before, most of, government, religion, science, politics, corporations are run by psychopaths. So you know this, I know this. So that's why we're doing an inner revolution. And part of this is to detox on all levels. And I had already done a post about, why are you mindlessly scrolling? Why do you feel fragmented? Where's your energy? You really need to hone in, and that's why you need to have a vision, and you need to have it in your face all the time. It's a belief system that you're putting inside of you. You're removing the crap and refilling with God, with the good. So detoxing from distractions, focusing on yourself. And that's not selfish, because if you're very highly sensitive people pleaser, there's that generational, all that garbage, you're undoing it all. So it takes time to figure out where your boundaries are and what works for you. So don't forget about that. Inside out. So and if we always tend to shadow on, oh, those people are narcissists, those people are dark, those, we're looking outside of ourselves. That's what I talk about, mirrors and shadows. Flip it around and go, Why am I doing this? I need to look at myself. Me too. I throw myself out there too. Just because I do this doesn't mean I'm not human. You know, so really, we need to acknowledge our selfishness, our ego, our own desires, our wants, our needs, our human experiences, expectations, being honest, rationalizing it, rewarding it. So focus on healing and consciousness, building community and connections. And that's really what I'm planning to do in 2022. Um, Going offline, go flying under the radar, um, membership, community, those types. So you feel like we're all connected, and you're not distracted by anything else except why you're here, your purpose, your soul purpose. You all have a reason for being here. You must believe it. And if you don't, please take something out of this and say, okay, I like what she said, and I'm going to find out more and start with the beginner's mind. Beginner's mind. That's the humblest form of learning anything. Anything. All right. Let me know if you like this new layout. I really wanted, I guess, pink, because I'm going to go right down to the next theme is love. Love is why we're here. That's it. I know I've said before unconditional love and healing, um, and forgiveness. But encompassing love, because that's Mother Earth, that's Gaia, that's the animals. And we've been always looking for love in all the wrong places. I think that's a song. Um, and now we know it's here. Here it is. So, co creation, the inner world, the rebirth of our sensitivities. Interesting. I see that as not, we know what our triggers are, but we don't have them anymore. We have no more buttons. Um, we're not offended. At least I'd like to think so. Really watch. Um, as Wayne Dyer would say, don't go around looking for ways to be offended, because there's lots. So focus on something that is you're creating love. What does that look like? What does that feel like? It's an intention. Um, and we all need a reimagining of our revolutionary self, authority, inner authority, as one universal self love. And use that tension, whatever that is, to go within and individuate. Individuate. And healthy guilt is conscience. Let's remember that is having a conscience and doing the right thing, not the other side of guilt where you just try to keep making amends and stumbling along, and it just perpetuates. It's almost like an energy where you're like, I just can never feel good about myself, so I have to do things for everybody else. And Aquarius asks, what is the we? We, the people. What do we, the people, want as a collective? What do we want? Freedom. I just heard freedom. And how are we going to get it? By using our voices and creating community. So, what do you want to create? You're here to create. What do you want to create? I'm hearing, yeah, no more procrastination. That stagnation that leaves you stuck. You are no longer growing. And birthing pains, growing pains, it's all painful. But when you get to the other side, like the eye of the needle, you're like, you look back and you're like, huh. As I heard someone say, I've done harder things. We've done harder things. And there is a gift in Pluto. It's the psychological, it's the spiritual, and it's the emotional strength. The emotional strength. Whew. All right. Hello, Patty. So nice to see you. Yeah, yeah, love does feel amazing. Makes you happy, fulfilled, and gives us purpose and feel supportive, of course. We're supposed to be cheering each other on. And and really we got to be mindful of our ego identification of how things are supposed to be. Come on now, that's not how we do it anymore. This is how we do it. I don't know where I'm getting this accent from, but to me it's colonialism. It's tradition. We've always done this, Christine and the family. Eh, no, wrong. Anyway, so we really need to embrace change within and without. Change when you need to, or it will force you to evolve. It's like cataclysmic change. You know, the like a hurricane or an earthquake, for example. We had an earthquake the other day. So second one in a month. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" No, man, this happens. It happens all over the world. In fact, there were a few in California I know about too. So, intimate relationships evolve of deep inventory of all the relationships. Our codependency, our oh, we have to feel needed, I have to feel useful. I fall into that. I have, and I watch myself. Or feeling you have to do something grandiose to make a tithing, like tithing or giving a gesture. You don't have to. Even sending someone love or a prayer, simple little things, picking a flower, making a cup of coffee for somebody. So, and that includes friends, family, coworkers, partners. What do they represent? Do they represent who you are and do they align with your deepest values? Yeah. A lot of people are stuck in codependency. A lot of us get married asleep. Anybody? Me? Got in a relationship because I thought, "Oh, this is the guy on the white horse, the knight." Oh my god. Anyways, we get into relationships asleep. We get jobs asleep. Your red pill, the whole life has been a lie. Still hold on to the old relationships, and I'm gonna incite The Matrix here as well. That movie just came out. Difficult to dissolve the knots, the cords, the transmutations, and the change is done voluntarily, meaning you're going to have an inner revolution or you're going to get a 2x4 to the head, like very traumatizing. So you want to lose, and I heard this the other day. You want to lose all your friends? Work on yourself for 6 months and watch it happen. At first, it's very shocking and sad, and you will grieve. Believe me, you will grieve. But afterwards, oh my I think of Jacob Marley from Ebenezer Scrooge. He's carrying all those chains and weights and all those gold boxes because money was everything. All of a sudden, everything drops and you feel lighter and brighter. That's how it works. So if you find yourself to be, in great company with yourself, and don't avoid doing the inner work, time to develop psychological and emotional awareness. Watch out for shadow projection. Healing, please. Be more curious, exposing your internal shadows and less of the outside world shadows. Oh, those people, this ism, that life matters. All of it, none of it. We have to cooperate it, co-op it. And we need a little bit of humor in this too. I mean, I laugh at myself daily. Like, wow, Christine, what did you think of that? Or where did that come from? Anyways, and this is part of, this community and the growth that we do together. I'd like to think. Let me know what you think. Patty's asking about earthquake. No, I have not been in an earthquake before. In fact, the night that I got here, I felt, just about to fall asleep, and the bed shaking, shaking. I was like, what the heck? And I was like, oh, wow, welcome to Peru. Welcome to Peru. Are you ready to be shaken and stirred? Are you ready to shake whatever is left out of this ego? I mean, ego is not something that it dies, but it's the back seat now. It's not the driver. That's the difference. It doesn't sit here and block your third eye. it comes to the back because we do need it for protection, right? And for like real things, real life, got to fill up the car and go to work and stuff like that, right? Take care of the kids. Hi, Brandy. Gosh, I haven't seen you in a long time. I hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. Patty says 2 times I've been married. Yep, yep. It happens. But if you're like, okay, I learned so much and I'm ready to do this differently, and I know you are, my dear. So you're doing amazing things. Amazing things. All right. So I'll show you quickly. Well, quickly. I did this in the solstice, and I did a little bit of talk about 2022. And the past was about the dragon's hoard. So protecting our future for 2022. And it's a number 12. You got to know what you have and the lessons you've learned to carry forward into the future. The present is the will-o'-the-wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. So, yeah, we're talking about inner revolution. This is card 62. Card 62, shadow work, gifts in the shadows. And then the future is number 52, straddling worlds. So really, we're still wandering between realms, and this is going to continue until 2026, something like that. I mean, we're just getting started, but we've done a lot of heavy lifting already. So um, I feel good about it, and I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but this year of the tiger, moving out of, going into Chinese or astrology, we're moving out of the ox, and the ox is stubborn and it's about money and stability and all that stuff. And now with tiger's like, I need to get moving. I need to carefully stalk. You know how they stalk. And the tiger is a beautiful symbol of power, but not in a like a cat. Think of a cat. I mean, there's a reason Egyptians work with the cats, and we're revered. It's that energy. The original Reiki master is a cat. So think like the tiger. Think that, and you can go and look and see what your year is. I believe it's 74 and 98. I don't know the other ones for tiger, but here we are. All right. So we are just going to pull quickly for January to see what the past, past, present, and future, maybe, even the beginning of the year of January, the middle, there goes a card. And this will be the middle, and this will be the end of January energy. Hold on. And I wasn't kidding when I said I hit the floor. So, ooh, wow. Okay. So this is kind of representing, the skywriting, the fates. Yeah, I see this as a lot of messaging, working with this moon and planetary energies. I believe Mercury is going into retrograde soon. So this is a good time to revisit, realign, redo all of that stuff that comes up. Yeah, non-judgment, things that we cannot change. Curiosity, opening up curiosity, expanding our influence for abundance, love, and purposeful action. Leaping into it, do your part. So, yeah, when you come into January with that mindset, like what's going on, and I love the color, and I also see this is a lot of angelic support coming in, your guides, your angels, your loved ones. I see this as well. Looking up to the heavens, looking up to the clouds, getting lost in that feeling as well, like daydreaming more. We need to come back into that. Even if you're feeling, yeah, more ways we can drift away, drift. So the middle, I love this. This is cute. The galactic mushroom. Um, the divine matrix. This is card 24. And really, everything is interconnected. The plants, the animals, the crystalline grid, the intricate complexity of life. So you might have been thinking and acting like you're the only one in the dream creating your life. And that's not true. It's a potent reminder to get with your higher power, consciousness. And the matrix, called source or God or spirit, is intricately woven into life, very complex. And sometimes we cannot see everything. Underground, plant kingdom, maybe working with psychedelics. I don't know. Go on a trip is what I'm hearing. I don't know what kind of trip that would be. You decide. You decide. Oh, and at the end of this January, we are closing doors. Ooh, I love this. The beautiful rainbow sparkles coming out of this. Card number 5 is all, fives are numerically about change. Endings, completions, your greater calling. So we're recognizing an ending, terminating a relationship, a job, a task, a situation that's been dragging on too long. Be true to your heart's calling, walk through that door. Maybe a door has closed and you're like, oh, but you know what? There's 1,000 more that will open for you. 1,000 more. And stop knocking on the door. It's not yours. Take it as a gift and move on. And this is a good question. How many of us leave a relationship or a job years after we knew it was time to move on? Hmm. Hmm. Me. All right. So those are your cards for January. I showed you the 2022. Oh, Brandy's a tiger. Yay. And Patty's talking about now you know how a martini feels after shaken, not stirred. Pretty much. Yeah. Tiger energy. Year of the horse. Horses are, yeah, lovely, lovely spiritual creatures. Ooh, you pulled the Mercury in the Kyle Gray deck this morning. And if you are watching this, feel free to pull your own cards and play along with this and just see what comes up for you. Because, I mean, this is a collective type of reading. And look at Patty. She's always ready. She's in. She's lots of love to you. Yeah, and I just, of course, want to share the power of healing your energy is every Wednesday. There's a new time listed below, 3 p.m. Eastern, and plug that in if you don't know about the times and all of that. And of course, there's always new moon and full moon events. Feel free to choose where you'd like to sign up for those. They're in the comments. I'll have them in very quickly. And there's still room in Unleash Your Magic Intuitive One-on-One Mentorship. And there's a group portion to this as well. And of course, there's always the Unleash Your Soul's Purpose. I have, gosh, probably too many things. Animal Soul Sessions are monthly now, every second Tuesday. Every second Tuesday. This is Veganuary on the podcast. So you're going to have more experts, demos, stories, healing. I just had the lovely Claudia Kaldenbach from the Netherlands. She was amazing. You might want to go back and listen to that, especially if you're struggling with menopause, I'm just saying, or hormones, or any types of issues like that. So just running through all the events that I do, Unleash Your Soul's Purpose, and these are all free, by the way. And then there's the Visioning Energy for 2022. So I kind of did a dual. This one was more expanded, obviously. The Dream Vision Map Workshop is next Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. All the links to sign up will be in the comments. And I know some of you have already purchased my book, and thank you so much. My book is out called Intuition Saved My Life. And it's, I feel there's a second, there's a third. Once you start writing, it's hard not to stop if you really love writing. And I feel it's just really a good guidebook for empath, light workers, and sensitives. So, all right. And Claudia was wonderful. Oh, and I'm sorry you are feeling ill there, Brandy. I'm sending you lots of love and healings and prayers your way. And I also wanted to share this too. in Peru, they like to hand out these calendars. I mean, look at the image on this. Isn't this beautiful? And of course, it's in Espanol. I'm learning Spanish, but this is what it translates to. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous hand. And that's from Isaiah 41:10. So if anything out of that, the picture, the words, maybe you follow the Bible, maybe you're a Course in Miracles, or maybe you don't at all. I hope these words give you some hope and some peace and some strength and some grace, because you already are a child of God. And everything you do, everywhere you are, you're held, you're loved, you're protected. Don't ever forget that. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Brandy. Yeah, that is a stunning picture. You should see some of the murals that they do here. I mean, they love the Mother Mary, Jesus, God, all like the imagery that there's just so much sacredness with those, that really did come to save us. And now we need to save ourselves. So who's going to be the hero for themselves? And I'm announcing this. I didn't get to do this on my page, but I'm going to do this here because she's here. Patty, remember the contest that we held for Unleash Your Magic Mentorship? I had over 30 people enter this, and Miss Patty is the winner. So congratulations. I will be reaching out to you. She was the winner of the 8-week mentorship. That's over a $2,000 value. And we'll be working one-on-one as well. So I'm looking forward to that because I know. I mean, some people that are here already have gone through this mentorship, and things have absolutely changed for them so much. So, and that's all I wish for you is change and growth and healing, and healing. You are welcome, but I will do another live just for you again. So, but yeah, thank you so much. All right. Well, I'm sending you all so much love. Please take care of yourself, and please remember that healing does begin where the ego ends. I truly believe that. Love you.